What is going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG video, and this week we're going to be talking about all expanded decks in preparation for the expanded regionals coming up in St. Louis this coming weekend. I will definitely be there, so if you guys are there, you see me, be sure to come say hello. Love to talk to some of you guys and see what kind of decks you're playing at the event. I'm definitely really excited to go, hoping to do well. We'll see what happens, but we're going to talk about one of the decks that I've been testing for this tournament, and that is Mega Rayquaza-EX. Now, it should be no surprise to some of you guys that Mega Rayquaza is one of my favorite decks. I did recently do well with it at Athens Regionals, so naturally I'm just on a Rayquaza high right now. So going into testing, it was one of the first decks that I started looking at was Mega Rayquaza. You get so much more in the expanded format than you get in the standard format. So definitely wanted to check this deck out. So this is the current build I'm messing with. I may not end up going with this build if I decide to play it, but we'll see. It is probably within a few cards of this. So this is what I'm testing out. Let's go ahead and take a look at this expanded Mega Rayquaza-EX deck. So Mega Rayquaza-EX here, the 220 HP Mega Evolution Pokemon, which has the attack Emerald Break. 30 damage. This attack does 30 damage times the number of your benched Pokemon. So load up your bench, swing for a ton of damage. That's the idea here with Mega Rayquaza-EX, and also has this awesome Delta Evolution Ancient trait. You may play this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon during your first turn or the turn you play that Pokemon. So very strong, very good, has been very strong for a long time. And yeah, we're going to go ahead without further ado, jump into the rest of the deck list here and see what kind of stuff we're going to be working with. So of course we are playing a 3-3 Rayquaza line. We're playing 3 of the Rayquaza-EX with Intensifying Burn over the Dragon type 1 with Dragon Claw. I like this attack a lot better, especially for decks like Seismitoad, where you can use Intensifying Burn. It's definitely a very viable attack in a lot of those situations. 60 damage for 1 energy, not that bad against EX Pokemon. We're also playing 1 Dragonite-EX. This is going to be for when our stadium gets replaced. We're going to use the ability Pull Up. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may put 2 basic Pokemon, except Dragonite-EX, from your discard pile into your hand. So just loading up our bench back once again after everything gets kind of knocked out. Oranguru is a card that I think fits really, really well in this deck with the ability Instruct. Once during your turn before you attack, you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. So very nice late game. If we get Parallel City and End, we can potentially, if we get into 1 or 2 cards, we can use Instruct to draw a few cards. I like it a lot in this deck. We're also playing 4 Shaymin-EX. One of the most important things about this deck is the Shaymin-EX. Being able to set up and just continually draw through our deck. We're playing a very, very thin supporter count, and that's because we rely on this Shaymin-EX so much. We're also playing 1 Exeggcute with Propagation. Once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you may put this Pokemon into your hand. So using this in order to discard it again with Ultra Ball or Computer Search, something like that. And also in a pinch, if we need 1 more benched Pokemon, we can easily Propagation and bench Execute immediately. Very good there. We're also playing 1 Jirachi-EX for the Stellar Guidance ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. This is going to be to help us search for a draw supporter potentially. Also, if we go first, we can Hoopa for a Jirachi, and then Jirachi Stellar Guidance for a Hex Maniac in order to disrupt our opponent on their opening turn. We're also choosing to play the Giratina promo. This is for the Trevenant matchup, for the Carbink matchup, for the this is Giratina. For the Greninja matchup, Giratina just does a lot for us here with this Devour Light ability. Each Pokemon break has no abilities. This includes abilities of its previous evolutions. So, Devour Light, definitely very strong, and I think is a good inclusion in this deck. We are playing 2 Hoopa-EX, probably the most important card of the deck, honestly. Being able to search for 3 EX Pokemon. If we have a Spirit Link in our hand, we immediately go Rayquaza, Mega Rayquaza, and then Shaymin, and then immediately get turn 1 Mega Rayquaza. Hoopa is just that good. We're also playing 1 Keldeo-EX for the ability Rush In. Once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch this Pokemon with your active Pokemon. Great synergy, of course, with Float Stone, being able to rush in and then retreat for free into whatever we want. We are also playing 1 Seismitoad-EX. We'll talk a little bit more about this later on when we get to the supporters, but it's really good against all these decks that rely very heavily on Battle Compressor engines like Night March and Vespiquen. Very good against those decks, and it's also good against the decks that rely on the Maxie's engine because we're able to item lock them. They can't use their items to set up their Maxies or Archies, anything like that. So Toad, I think, is a good inclusion in this deck. Also against things like Sableye Garbodor, being able to prevent them from playing items can be very strong with Seismitoad. 2 Battle Compressors here. We'll use these to discard our energies in order to reuse them with things like Mega Turbo. We can also use them to straightaway discard our Exeggcute, also discarding supporters to reuse with via Seeker. A lot of uses with Battle Compressor. Computer Search are a spec of choice. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you can't discard 2 cards, you can't play this card. Search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So good, so consistent. There's no other A-spec I would play in this deck. Computer Search is the way to go. I guess I could see the argument for Dowsing Machine to get back the late game Sky Field or something like that, but Computer Search overall I think is the better play. We do have 3 Mega Turbos here just to attach basic energy from our discard pile to one of our Mega Pokemon to get that turn 1 Emerald Break off if we need to. 1 Special Charge to put back DCEs later in the game. 3 Trainers Mails to look at the top 4 cards of our deck. Then we also have 4 Ultra Balls just to search out those Hoopas and Shaymins, all those things. 4 VS Seekers to reuse any of our supporters, definitely a must in this deck. And 4 Sky Field, the thing that really makes this deck work, being able to set our Pokemon up and have 8 benched Pokemon hitting for 240 damage, knocking out basically everything in the format. For our supporters here, we are playing 1 Colress. Shuffle your hand into your deck, and then draw a number of cards equal to the number of benched Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. So if we have a full bench of 8, and if our opponent is using Skyfield as well, and they have a full bench of 8, we are able to Colress for 16 cards. That is an absurd number. We're definitely going to hit whatever we need if we play a Colress. So yeah, very good. We are playing 2 Hex Maniac. This is kind of an interesting inclusion. I've seen a lot of people go down to 1, but I think Hex Maniac is one of the things that makes this deck so strong, and especially with the popularity of things like Archeops. If you only play 1 Hex Maniac and then you prize it and don't have access to it, Archeops is so strong against us. We really, need to be able to evolve into Mega Rayquaza. So another reason to play 2, and just general disruption is very strong. We are also choosing to play 1 Karen. Now, I'm not expecting a huge amount of Night March and Vespiquen, but those decks have been getting a lot of talk and a little bit of hype, so I would expect to play against a couple of them throughout the tournament, so that's why we have the Seismitoad plus Karen combo here. If we play Karen and then Quaking Punch in the same turn, there's really not going to be a lot that those Night March and Vespiquen decks can do to come back from that. 1 Lysandre here to bring up whatever our opponent has on the bench to take a knockout there. 1 in to shuffle draw, and then also disruption late game. And we're also playing 1 Professor Juniper, discard your hand and draw 7 cards. Yeah, just solid draw supporter there. You're probably confused, like, we normally play 4 of these, why are we only playing 1? Well, because we have the Shaymin and the Hoopa and all these draw cards that we really don't need more than these. I mean, 3 draw supporters really, 1 Colress, 1 In, and 1 Juniper. If we go up against an item lock deck, things can be pretty tricky. We have to play around them with, like if it's Trevenant, we do have Giratina hopefully for that. If it's Toad, we do have Intensifying Burn for that. And then we eventually just one-shot their Toads while they're chipping away at us very, very slowly. 2 Float Stones, we talked about this a little bit. Good synergy there with the Keldeo. 3 Rayquaza Spirit Links to get out our Mega. 4 double Colorless Energies, and then 3 Psychic Energies to round it out. You could play Metal Energies for Jirachi, and you also could play Water Energies for Seismitoad as well as Keldeo. The reason I'm playing Psychic Energies is for the very off chance that I was to go up against a Carbink deck. And this is a really bad, like, it really doesn't matter that much which energy type you play, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to be using Emerald Break. Waters are probably the better and safer call, to be honest, but against the Carbink deck, you can attack with Giratina here. Shadow Claw, 110, you resist fighting. You do have to attach to this thing 3 times in order to do that. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Not that great, I will say. I definitely think Waters is probably a better call, but I'm messing around with the Psychics right now. We'll see, maybe we go up against a Carbink deck today, maybe we can show it off and see how it works, but without further ado, guys, let's hop into the Versus Ladder, grab a game, and see how Mega Rayquaza can do for us. As always, be sure to leave a like down below if you guys enjoy these videos, you want to see more from me. Definitely leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And we're going up against Patrick Freetag here, playing a Metal Psychic Colorless deck, so more than likely going to be going up against Trevenant here in the very first game. So we will see what happens. We do get to go first, thankfully, so that means we will get at least 1 turn of items. At least 1 turn. And this is a solid hand to work with. Pretty solid, not gonna be too upset about this. Alright. Let's click done. And let's see what we draw. Oh, he started a Wobbuffet. That is actually a little frustrating, not gonna lie. But we'll go ahead and... Okay, let's Trainers Mail. And we hit nothing. Very nice. Okay. I was going to Trainers Mail to see if we could get like a Mega Rayquaza here. The Hammers variant of Trevenant can be very difficult to deal with, but we can set up a Shaymin loop, potentially. I think we will just have to... I think we'll get rid of the Mega Turbo here, actually, and we'll play the N to keep the Juniper in our deck, but hopefully we can play some via Seekers this turn. I think we want to go ahead and try to dig through as much of our deck as possible, so we'll go ahead and get rid of the N. We will go ahead... Well, we can't really dig through our deck too much because of the Wobbuffet. Maybe it would have been better to just go ahead and end there and get rid of that Mega Turbo. But perhaps, well, no, we can't even, if we compressor away our Exeggcute, we can't even use that. I think we do just go ahead and get Hoopa. I'm not sure what to do here. I think we're going to go ahead and get Hoopa. We can use his ability, of course, since he is a Psychic-type Pokemon. I think we'll go ahead and get out another Ray, a Mega, and a Shaymin. I want to go ahead and get the Shaymin because we can, of course, Sky Return Loop. Potentially. So let's go ahead and bench this. I'm wary about putting down this VCE since he probably does play Hammers. But I think I will, so that way we can set up a knockout next turn on this Wobbuffet. We'll just go ahead and Mega Evolve to end our turn. May not have played that exactly. I definitely should have gotten rid of the Mega Turbo and just end this turn. So that's a small mistake, but we'll see if he's able to get off the Trevenant this turn. So we do see indeed confirmation there. See the Phantom, he is indeed playing Trevenant. So he probably only plays the one Wobbuffet, so very annoying that he did start with it, but that is what happens. Oh, he's going to attach the Bursting Balloon here. Giving us another turn of items. Very good. Okay, so maybe it's a good thing we didn't in him, since he doesn't have a great hand. Well, if he had a dead hand, he should have gotten Jirachi with his level ball. We'll go ahead and bench the Shaymin. We, of course, won't be able to use the ability, but we can set up like a Sky Return loop of some sort. We'll go ahead and do this. So we won't be able to attack this turn. We'll go ahead and discard. We won't be able to use the egg, but we'll go ahead and discard it. We'll go ahead and get rid of a Psychic Energy. We want to keep these two in the deck. We did prize our Lysandre, which is very unfortunate. Didn't notice that in my first search. And then what? Another dead card. Probably the Spirit Link. Yeah. Probably won't be needing that. So we'll go ahead and get rid of those. We would Propagation here if we could, but we can't. I don't know what to do. We go ahead and get another Mega. I think we just pass. We'll see if he's able to do anything here. He played Level Ball, so if he has a dead hand, or maybe he just has everything for this turn, and so he didn't want to, like, Juniper or something, but he definitely should have gotten Jirachi here. Just another pass, so yeah, he definitely should have gotten the Jirachi this last turn. So we're not going to do anything else. We're going to go ahead and bench this. We could Karen back our Execute, but we don't need to do that. And yeah, he's just going to see. We were going to Emerald Break there and take the knockout, and if he didn't draw out of it, then we were going to knock out again. So luckily for us, Trevenant was able to dead draw a little bit, and we were able to get a win there. I think the matchup is okay for us. We do have a lot of draw outs. Well, we don't have that many draw outs, I guess, but we do have the Giratina surprise factor potentially if they do go ahead and break evolve. And if they don't break evolve, then that means we only have to have 4 Pokemon on our bench to knock out with Emerald Break. So I think the matchup is okay. It's probably still in Trevenant's favor, but I think it is okay. So Zandblau here playing a Dark Water Metal Colorless deck. So not sure what this could be. It's probably just some sort of Maxi or Eviltal. with no Maxies, maybe? Or maybe we just didn't get to see the fighting type, so we'll see. They will go first. Maybe it's Turbo Dark? I could see that. So we'll see if this is indeed Turbo Dark or what we have going up against here. We'll click Done. Giving us the smile. We'll give him the hello. And see an Yveltal, so maybe it's not Turbo Dark. I don't know. Turbo Darks can play Yveltal, of course, but we'll see what happens, what we got going on. And Hoopa Scoundrelling here, so this should give us a good idea. Which Darkrai's do we see? If he's playing the Dark Pulse Darkrai, this will indefinitely be a Turbo Dark deck. And yep, we do see Dark Pulse Darkrai, the Dark Cloak Darkrai, as well as a Shaymin-EX. This is a deck I think is also very good, and we'll definitely be talking about this one later on this week. So we'll see what he gets here with Max Elixir. Does hit an energy, very nice. Gonna go ahead and bench the other Darkrai. Reverse Valley coming down, and a Shaymin set up for 3. In general, it depends on a lot of the tech cards that they play. Like, are they playing a Parallel City? Are they playing Enhanced Hammers? Those are the things that matter in this matchup. If they aren't playing those cards, this matchup should be very good for Rayquaza. We'll see, he might go for like a Getsis here. If he plays it, let's see if he does do the Stellar Guidance Getsis. If he does, we're in a big... Yep, he's going to go for the Getsis, so if he plays it, we're going to be in a bad spot. He's going to go ahead and Getsis, gets 3, leaves us with a dead hand. We will probably just have to Lysandre up like Hoopa. And Intensifying Burn. We'll see. We get Trainer's Mail, so top deck, nice there. We get an Ultra Ball, nice. Okay, so we have something to work with. We'll give him a little heart. This is one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of Getsis, just because your opponent can still drive it pretty easily from time to time. He says hello. Alright, we'll go ahead and grab Hoopa. And we should check if we prized other Mega Rays. We do have both of our other ones, so that's good. I think we'll go ahead and just get out both of our Rays and Shaymin. I think that seems fine. And what do we have as far as energy? We've got 3 links, we've got all our DCs, we did prize a Psychic, so we need to hit our Battle Compressor soon. We got both of them, so hopefully we can hit a Battle Compressor, and hopefully we can get a turn 1 knockout here, and then it's just too much for my opponent to deal with. So we'll go ahead and attach the energy to the active. We are going to go for the knockout this turn. Let's see if we can hit it. Let's see what happens. Okay, well, not yet. We can Ultra Ball, Hex Maniac, and Dragonite. We can carry that back later. We saw the cameras in there. We won't get anything with this. We could Jirachi for an N. Or Juniper. We don't want a Juniper, because we don't want to get rid of our... I think we actually just Jirachi for Colress. We don't want a Juniper because we don't want to get rid of our last... Colress is in here, correct? I think I saw it. Yep. Yeah, we'll just Jirachi for Colress. We don't want to get rid of our last Mega Ray. Or leave ourselves with only 1 Mega Ray, I should say. Also, the Mega Turbo is really nice, so we'll go ahead and Colress for 10. Which, if we could have knocked him out plus Hexed him, that would have been really hard for him to deal with. But we're just going to go ahead and Colress for 10. I think this is the correct play. We do get a... Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to work with. Very nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. We will Compressor. We already have 1 Psychic here to discard. We'll discard this dude. We'll discard an N, I think. Do we discard this Psychic as well? I think we do. Yep. We'll go ahead and get rid of those 3. We can Ultra Ball. We'll go ahead and do this. We can Ultra Ball, discard this and the Karen. We have all our VS Seekers left. We haven't played it, so yeah, they're all there. With this, I think we go ahead and just grab the other Mega. So if we draw into the Spirit Link, we can use it. We're already going to be knocking out the Yveltal. So we'll go ahead and just do this in case we draw into the Spirit Link. We'll go ahead and Mega Turbo. We'll go ahead and play this. Let's see if we hit that link. We got Computer Search, so we'll go ahead and just put Computer Search in our hand. And set up for 4. So we will be taking the knockout. And Spirit Link. We don't really, like, need it. Let's do this. Yep, we got it. Nice. Okay. So we can go ahead and have 2 Mega Rays. Not all powered up, but all ready to all evolve and everything on turn 1. And so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 has 170 HP. So we will Emerald Break for the knockout. We could Big Super and keep going there, potentially, if we needed to, but we didn't need to. So now we will see what kind of cards he has for this matchup. Is he playing things like Parallel City? Does he have Enhanced Hammer? Those are cards he's going to want to play now if he has them. Trainers Mail here. So we took the Toad and the Psychic Energy off of the prizes. And we will just see a Juniper. Discarding 2 other Junipers and to be a Seeker, I think. Wow. He just card a Battle Compressor. It would be interesting for him not to play it. Alright, so we're going to see a Max Elixir. Now, it is possible, unlikely, but possible. I think we discard this just because it has the most retreat. He's already played a Supporter. He can't Lysandre this turn. It is possible that he knocks us out this turn. That would be very impressive if he was able to do that, but no. There. So we have Computer Search, so we should be able to set up another knockout. Go ahead and get this other link down. With this, we will just Computer Search. We'll go ahead and execute, propagate, and we'll discard the Juniper and the Egg. We'll get Sky Field with this. Go ahead and play the Sky Field. We will go ahead and Hoopa Scoundrel Ring. Alright, we'll grab both of these. I wanted to just mainly get the Keldeo. Go ahead and have that as an option. He didn't get Fury Belts down or anything, but even if he had, we would have been able to take a knockout here. We'll go ahead and attach this energy here. And we could set up... could Karen this turn to go ahead and get back our other Ray. We'll go ahead and just set up and see what we hit here. We do also want to get back the Dragonite, so Karen is definitely a pretty good call this turn, because we don't know if he's playing something like the, we don't know if he's playing something like the Parallel City. So we do have our other Mega Turbo. We want everything in our deck. We really don't want to discard anything, actually. We'll discard the Hex. So that's a little bit unfortunate of a discard. Well, we can discard the Oranguru and then Karen it back. He's just going to concede, okay. So, yeah. We were going to try to Karen that turn, so get our stuff back, get our Dragonite back in case he did Parallel City us. That was our game plan. We'll go ahead and grab one more game. The first game was really short. That game, not as short, but he did concede early. And we're going up against Taka562016, playing a Fighting Psychic deck, so... some sort of Zygarde Garbodor, maybe? Or Landorus Garbodor? Not sure. Landorus Bats? Fighting Bats? No Colorless, so no Shaymin. But some of these fighting decks are okay without Shaymin, because of like the Karina engine they have that's just so strong. But we'll see what all they have, what we are going against. Of course, we start Computer Search, so that's always nice. But a bunch of cards we really don't want to discard any of this. It's all good stuff. And it is some sort of Garbodor deck. Zygarde Garbodor? Landorus Garbodor? We will find out here. So if we can get the turn 1 knockout on this Trubbish, that would be very nice. Top Tech Battle Compressor is probably the best bet. Okay, so we see Lucario plus Level Ball. So we'll see what he gets with the Level Ball. Maybe a Carbink? That's another reason the 2-Hex is very nice against things like Carbink. So we might see him get a Carbink with this Level Ball. He's already got his Trubbish out. He may get another one. Okay, so we're going up against like a Lycanroc deck. Lycanroc GX. So I think its first attack lets you discard cards, or discard energy. Yeah, Top Deck Battle Compressor I think is our best bet. He's gonna go ahead and Silent Lab, so that's annoying. We do have the Sky Field, thankfully. But if he was able to stick us with the Silent, that would have been bad. Let's see what else. Anything else, buddy? It takes a lot for a Lucario to... I don't think a Lucario can possibly one-shot a Mega Ray. I think we just computer search away the Trainers Mail and the energy. I think we just have to get a Hoopa with it, to be honest. So we will go ahead and get a Hoopa. Sorry, that was a struggle. We will, of course, play the Sky Field first, so that we don't lose out there. And with Hoopa, we will grab probably just 2 Rays and a Shaymin. That seems okay. Yeah. 2 Rayquazas and a Shaymin. We do have the Mega in our hand. We have the energy, or the Mega Turbo. We have the energy in the discard. So all we need is that Spirit Link. And we really want to knock out this Trubbish because I really don't want to deal with Garbodor if we don't have to. Okay, we got the Spirit Link. Nice. We got it all. We have a dead hand, though. No, we don't have any drawouts anymore. We will take a prize. We could go ahead and play the Keldeo Float Stone just to go ahead and get it out. I will do that, I think. I don't want to play anything else yet, though. And we'll just take a break. 150, take a knockout, and take a prize. Shaymin. Very nice. Very nice. So hopefully he doesn't counter the stick. That was another reason we could have held the Keldeo, is in case he doesn't counter our stadium or anything like that. Then we have to Shaymin setup, and now we don't have a bench space to do that if he counters stadium. So he does Focus Sash the Lucario, so that's a little annoying. Fighting Energy, and he'll Corkscrew Smash, draw cards. So Crunch, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Accelerock for 120. Lichen Fang, 200, discard 2 energy. Okay. So that thing can one-shot us. Focus Sash is annoying, of course. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and play you down. And we will... Oh, we could have set up like a Sky Return. We should have Sky Returned this turn. So that's a mistake. Little mistake. We know he's not playing Shaymin, so Hex Maniac doesn't really do us that much good. Yeah, we should have set up a Sky Return, so that's a misplay there. I think we will just go ahead and play the Hex, though, just in case. We can take a knockout with Shaymin now, and he won't be able to knock us out. So we'll take him down to his Sash, 170, and then we can Sky Return and promote something to just take a hit, and keep our energy safe at the same time. So in a normal game, like in real life, we wouldn't know that this guy wasn't playing Shaymin, so I would Hex there in case he was playing it, but now we know, like, because we're online that he's not playing it, so I was just showing the play that I probably would have done in real life. It might have been better to go ahead and Colress and try to get more set up, like get another Spirit Link, get another Mega going. But we'll see. We'll see what he gets with the Karina here. Could see some sort of... We see Carbink Focus Sash, so that's a little annoying. That's another reason to have saved the Hex, maybe, for the Carbinks. But that's why we got the boy Giratina here. Can be an attacker. So let's see if he, like, retreats into this. If he does just retreat into this, we'll just Hex and knock it out. He's gonna go ahead and put an energy on Lycanroc. I don't like this thing. We do have Special Charge, thankfully. Float Stone going on the Lycanroc. And he's going to Corkscrew Smash. Okay. So we can knock this thing out with like a Sky Return. And then promote something that won't get knocked out. He doesn't have a... Or that won't get its energy discarded, I should say. So I think we will do that. Let me go ahead and Colress. We do get another Spirit Link. We don't have the other Mega yet. We can Hoopa for it, though. Which I wouldn't mind. We'll go ahead and rush in. Retreat to Shaymin. And we'll probably just send up Hoopa as a Meat Shield. He could, like, Tool Scrapper away Keldeo's Float Stone there. So I'm a little wary of doing that. But he is going to come up and crunch away an energy, potentially. Maybe we put up Toad. I think we put up Toad because that way we can Quaking Punch him, potentially. So go ahead and do this. We'll put up the boy Seismitoad. We do get another Mega Turbo, so that's really nice. So maybe we could promote this, and then we have the DC for the next turn, even if he discards it. That might not be that bad. I think we go ahead and just do Toad, though. He probably won't Tool Scrapper. He could. If he does, we do have Quaking Punch, but then he just discards the DCE, so maybe that's not correct either. So he does Silent Lab. That's another thing, too, to have considered. We'll get rid of Hoopa, Shaymin. We do have Sky Field in hand, though, so if he doesn't in us, we'll be okay there, but an in would be probably a good play from him. Something else to note is the Silent Lab does shut down the Giratina's ability, but it also shuts down Carbing's ability until he Break Evolves. So he does go ahead and get the break, so we do have 3 Sky Fields left, including this one in our hand. Focus Sash, gonna go down on this guy. Let's see what else he's got. He hasn't played a supporter yet. He's gonna put the energy here, so he's not gonna attack with Lycanroc this turn, and just a Sycamore. So we may see him Diamond Gift this turn. We haven't hit Lysandre yet. He does get down Trubbish. He does get down Lucario once again. And he's gonna Diamond Gift. So Focus Sash, very annoying to deal with. But maybe we can hit the Lysandre off the Trainers Mail. That would be legendary. And we just top decked it. Nice. So I think we just take out the Lycanroc. So we're going to do this. We'll go ahead and Scoundrel Ring. We'll get this guy. Probably just that guy. We should have mailed first to see if we hit. We'll go ahead and just put it in our hand. We're going to either Colress or in here. So let's see if we get the other link. We don't. We can take the Ultra Ball to thin some cards out though that we're not going to want. Let's go ahead and Mega here. Go ahead and put the DC. We'll go ahead and... we don't have another Psychic down here, right? Okay. Maybe we go ahead and attach this. Maybe we're going to attack with Giratina just because we can. I think we definitely take out the Lycanroc. Like, without a doubt. I think we go ahead and get this thing ready to go. I think it's okay. So we're not going to Colress or anything. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think we do want to Ultra Ball away the in. Because if he ends us, we don't want the in. So we're going to get rid of in and probably just this other Mega. Probably won't need either of those. We'll go ahead and get down Oranguru. I like that. In case of the in. And then we'll Lysandre Lycanroc. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Always got to double check, guys. We'll rush in. We will retreat. I think we go into this. He can't set up like another Crunch or anything. He could play like Enhanced Hammers. I think we just go into the fresh one. And Emerald Break. We could have like set up for 1. Or something like that, but I think this is okay. Next turn, even if he ends, well, if he doesn't end us, we have the game by just Lysandre Trubbish or Garbodor if he evolves it. But we'll see. We'll see. We can't. We can damage the Carbink this turn, but it will be Focus Sashed. Not anymore because he replaced the Stadium. We'll go ahead and get rid of Toad. We probably get rid of this. Oh no, we get rid of Hoopa. Duh. We'll get rid of Hoopa. And we only need to take 1 more knockout, so if he does not in us, we have the game. We didn't see a Parallel City, so we still have enough damage to hit Garbodor. He is going to in us, though. But we have 2 VS Seekers left? We haven't used VS Seeker. We have 4 VS Seekers left, so... We get Skyfield, too, so we can Instruct. So, let's see, does he Power Gem or Diamond Gift? I imagine we'll see Diamond Gift on Lucario. Doesn't only hit us for 20. And does he go other Carbink? Does he go Lucario? What's he gonna do? He's gonna go this Carbink, so he's going all in on this dude. We get, oh man, we got everything. We could instruct, but we'll go ahead and just set up. Yep. All we need is a Lysandre. We have 4 VS Seekers left. There it is. So we can Lysandre, Garbodor, or Lucario, either one, and take our last prize. So GT to my opponent. We'll just go ahead and bench the Exeggcute because why not? And Emerald Break for the knockout. So good games. So there we go. Mega Rayquaza-EX, definitely one of my top choices right now for this expanded regionals coming up in St. Louis. Let me know what you guys think of the list down below. Definitely give it a try for yourself. The list will be in the description as always. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't yet. Check me out on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at TrainerChip, at all those things. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get out of here. Until next time, take care.